then we could be the beginning of the final conflict or escalation in the Middle East. People have been dreading since the Israeli proxies had murdered in cold blood an Iranian official in Iran. And they're not new to this type of things, these Israelis, Zionists, as they say. They had bombed in Syria and Damascus, the Iranian embassy, which is an act of war. What happened about a few weeks ago in Tehran is an act of war against the country. Everyone would have expected that there would be an immediate retaliation from Iran and their proxies. Well, also they're holding horses, and they started last night. Hezbollah launched their attacks in Sal. The Israelis were tipped off and managed to foil a major part of the missiles. That doesn't mean Hezbollah and other these factions against Israel are short on weapons. They've got a hell of a lot of rockets they have. And Israel will be probably very, very busy on two fronts, Gaza and Lebanon. And obviously discriminatory attacks by Israel on civilian installations. You got to know this war is not in the last 60 years it's brewed up. This thing's been going on for many thousands of years to be get the record straight. Then we've got people talking about peace, and Americans usually get themselves involved. They talk about peace, but they've got 1/3 of their naval fleet in the Mediterranean ready to jump in. That is for sure. It's a question of time. And when that starts, all hell breaks loose. Because people understand, it's not just Russia. We have China, North Korea, Iran. Have become a really big military alliance now. I don't think the West is be able to fight 3 wars at the same time. Regarding what's gone in Ukraine, looks like in the Kursk region, Ukrainians and their NATO proxies, which 2,500 are European troops, mercenaries with Ukrainian uniforms on, killed, missing in action, captured, God knows what. And obviously the Russians got them locked down in that forest, which is basically a swampland. They say Ukraine has used 1/3 of their forces in this incursion. For what? To attack that power plant, so they can applicate Article 5 of the NATO treaty. No, not so fast, Zelensky. It's not automatic. I think some nations are probably keeping their distance from joining in. We'll go even more further apart from British, Polish, French, Germans and Americans, who are a part of these attacks in Russia. And then in this attack in the Kursk region, they were thinking they were going to use this nuclear power plant as a blackmail to get the Russians at the negotiating table. Who knows if the Russians are even have got a bottle, even drop even a nuke on that power plant to demonstrate it. And obviously there's Zaporizhian nuclear power plant, which is in the Russian occupied territories in Ukraine. A continued attack. You got no NATO is all behind these attacks. They plan it. They stop our weapons, and most of the Ukrainians' little excursion, a major part of their weapon systems are Western and all destroyed. And I said before, the Russians have gotten surrounded in this forest, which is very treacherous. And it could be even their graveyard, final resting place. Only fools attacked Russia in that fall. There's been Hitler and Napoleon who tried to attack Russia throughout history. Was it a success? No. Even this time round it won't be a success. Absolute disaster. You don't weaken the will of the Russians. They're just more determined to get this shit over soon and done with. And then if the West continue to poke the bear, who knows? Moscow will lose their patience and the dead hammer and its unleash its vengeance forces upon the West. It's a very dangerous scenario.